Do you think this will help the opposition in electoral gains, sir? That's what they're doing this for. They hope that they can build up the noise to a level where people feel really angry about the Congress government. Do you think this will yield electoral dividends?
I don't know. The government is working full time for the opposition on proving its own worthlessness, and one good decision on diesel prices does not mean that the government is now strong enough and doing various things. But as far as winning the hearts of the people is concerned, I have long felt and said that the opposition really now does not have to strive to prove the worthlessness of the government. The government has done enough of that. The opposition has to convince the people that it is a responsible group, that it has better ideas, that it is a better record of implementing those better ideas. That is what it has to prove.
Do you think they're doing that? You're saying better ideas, responsible group, better track record of implementation. Do you think they failed or succeeded in their task?
Well, it depends, yes and no. I mean, Narendra Modi certainly, yes, he has better ideas. For instance, if you look at the reform of the public distribution which he has effected, in the delivery of health services which he has effected, in the delivery of education, in the delivery of power to every village, and he charges full rates for power. So he has certainly shown that he has a better record.
You know, since you mentioned the name of Narendra Modi, and given the fact that there's a big assembly election round the corner, I'd like to know from you, Mr. Shourie, and once again, purely as an analyst, I must preface this question by saying so, of the entire lot of leaders in the second line of the BJP,
I'm not going to answer that question.
Who do you think?
Individuals, no.
Why not? I would be very curious to know, as an analyst, sir. As an analyst, what do you think is the BJP's best shot?
Yes, you are very curious to know, but I am not very anxious to answer. No.
You know, you've been such a crack journalist yourself, there's no way I can wrangle it out of you if you don't want to answer that question, sir. But because you're saying, when you say that they need to come up with better ideas, when they need to show that they have got more responsible positions, do you think the people who are currently at the helm in Parliament have actually done that? That's an important question, sir. Have they shown better ideas?
No, the position is, please, I will not go beyond that. Today, for instance, they have actually not even done the elementary research work that would have helped expose and corner the government. I'll give you the example that apart from that gentleman, Mr. Ahir, who wrote and who persisted on this coal gate business, can you trace any new fact, any new revelation to anybody in the opposition?
That's absolutely true.
2G,
it's a big.
Can you in 2G? Can you trace anything new coming from any opposition party rather than from my friend Gopi Krishnan or some you journalists? So much more work should be done, and that is what will convince the people. Yes, here is a better team.
You know, because I have a comment which you made on the 25th of August where you said that part of the problems that we're seeing in Parliament is because of the presence of too many lawyers.
Yes, on all sides. And not just lawyers, I mean, Gandhiji was a lawyer, Sardar Patel was a lawyer, Panditji was a lawyer. They were lawyers of one kind. These lawyers can say one thing today, give 10 reasons for it, say the opposite tomorrow, 12 reasons for that. So, and they are on all sides.
Yeah, and why this question is even more important, Mr. Shourie, is because of the fact that if there is to be a government tomorrow, and we just seen the Congress party say it in the evening press conference, if there's to be a change in government, investors would be very anxious to know what the NDA or the BJP would do when they come to power, because today they're opposing FDI in retail, which they once wanted to implement. Now people don't know if they invest in a particular state, what happens to their investments.
Yeah. So you please ask them.
And therefore, some sort of consistency becomes that much more important. That if there is to be opposition, it must be consistent, and if there is to be support, it must be that much more consistent.
Exactly. For everything, I don't only NDA but also UPA and so on. Just it's a fruitless debate, man. Everybody agrees that yes, you must have positions that are well reasoned, well thought through.
Well, you've answered several questions head on. Some you've evaded very smartly. we'd leave it over there. Mr. Shourie, thank you very much.
Yes, I've told you. Okay.
Thank you very much for joining us.